looking at mixing in Logic Pro, the fourth video of 10. We will be getting more in detail as we go further through this course of 10. We are looking at some of the basics. We've looked at some of the simple features and simple aspects that do affect your mix visually, and we will be getting around to the sound when it comes to using Logic. This is the same mix we're playing with. In the last video we looked at grouping. Now I'm going to go and look at drums. And the drums I'm going to look at are going to be analog drums. I hit X then, which brought me into the mix window. And what I'm going to try and find is a happy medium between drum and level. I think it's pretty fair as a level. It's not going into the red, it's not overtaking any other instruments at present because there's no other instruments in. Let's try and bring something else in, and let's see what happens to our levels. Okay, so we're just looking at the orchestra, the first screen orchestra piano. So it's this one. That's the great thing about I think coloring when it comes to Logic, is that you can look across your mixer channels or your project window and easily identify where you're at. These two black ones are these two black ones. This blue one is this blue one. This yellow one is this yellow one. And we've got a bit of red here where the mouse is over on the right hand side. Over on the right hand side. So there are a number of ways we could try to control that. We could identify what's creating the peak. It's obviously not the piano. It's obviously not the piano, so we'll have to consider it to be the drums. And as we notice, it is. Drums kicks in, goes slightly into the red. And I've only brought the drums down by -1. By -1, maybe I'll bring it down by -8. I think that seems to be a fair level. Okay, I'm going to try and go to implement this tape delay. See if it works. See what effect stereo delay. And it seems 1 of 16 notes seems to be the fairest. Now with these settings from the stereo delay, you can see that you can affect the outputs of left and right, beat sync to the actual beat of the project you're working with, and you can affect the groove. Now this will place the notes, either side of where they were. It could create a number of delays, but I think to work slowly and move cautiously in mixing tracks is always important. I would get radical, but only when I'm working on something that is not trying to explain something. I suppose that's a creative process, really. Whilst you're working on your creative process, I would push your own boundaries. And it's trying to get a happy medium and a balance. All this left hand side is for the left, as you can see, and all the right hand side is for the right. You can cut, high cut and low cut, and this will be the frequency. You can also crotchets, hold notes, hold tones, minims. You can implement these features of the stereo delay across any instrument, and again I would move with caution. And then I think it's a case of mixing and working with your own desired taste. This is part 1 of 4. It's going to end here because I'm out of time. But there will be a part 2 of 4, still on 4 and not 5. I think 4 is going to take at least part 1 of 4, part 2 of 4, part 3 of 4, and part 4 of 4, and then we'll move on to 5. Thanks for your time. Do keep watching. This information will become useful.